Hey, welcome to Yaz Creations Homestead. Today we're going to make some chicken stock out of some old chicken bones and fat and everything that we had from our shredded chicken that we put in our freeze dryer. As you can see, this is probably 8 pounds or so of fat and bones and all that stuff. We got some red onions here. We've got some celery, some carrots, and some parsley. We're going to go ahead and walk you through this process. We're learning just as much as everybody else is. So we're going to show you what we're going to do with it. So we're just going to cut these up in chunks. I guess the biggest thing is we really want the juices to flow out of it into the chicken stock that we're going to make. So the best way to do that is cut it up and let it go.
Cut the yucky ends off.
Okay, yeah, we'll cut the yucky ends off.
Thank you.
How about that? Alright, so I guess let's dump all these chicken bones and everything right in this big old stock pot we got. Oh, look at that. That worked perfect. So we actually had this frozen from when we did the shredded chicken, but we were making some pizza, so we decided to throw it in the oven and let it thaw a little bit before we put it in there, which actually it worked good because it's still partially frozen, so it stayed a little bit solid, but it was able to break into pieces. So now we're going to go ahead and add all our vegetables to it, and then we're going to top it off with some water. Let's do this.
You end up losing all your carrots.
I know. I don't like celery, but it smells good. Of course, our red onion. There's all that. We'll take and chop this parsley up just a bit.
Nah.
No? Okay.
Goes in their hole.
Alright, well, goes in their hole. Alright, so there we go. We've got that. Now it's time to, what you got to do now is you need to take this stock pot here and top it off with water.
Alright, so we're going to use our Camp Chef. This thing is absolutely awesome. And we're going to use this to make our chicken stock. Out here on the porch, since we definitely don't want to put this stock pot on our glass top.
No, we don't want to do that.
And it's kind of a rainy, dreary day today.
Dreary day, that's right.
So we got our tent up here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna simmer this for about 4 hours. Yeah. Oh. Alright, we got a lid.
We found out that this thing is super, super hot, so
yeah, we do all of our canning on it.
We need to pay attention to how hot it gets so we don't warp our pot from it.
Alright, so
and as you can see,
we're gonna simmer this, like I said, for about 4 hours. And then the lid, you're not going to keep the lid on it. You're just going to lightly put it off to the side. So that way it can still let some steam out.
But it holds in the heat so it boils.
Yep.
Okay, so we got our chicken stock going here. One last ingredient, or 2 last ingredients that we're supposed to add is salt and pepper to taste. I'm pretty good with to taste things, so I'm going to just go ahead and add a bunch. We like flavor, we like salt, we like pepper. So we're going to add a bunch of salt and pepper to this. Alright, that's probably enough there. And then we're going to add some pepper.
Oh. Whoa!
That's good. It'll be alright. There's a lot of water there. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll come back in about 4 hours and we'll show you what the result is. Okay, so now our chicken stock has been boiling for about 4 hours. Now we're going to take and separate all the big pieces out of here, and then we're going to take and run it through the strainer.
Alright, so our chicken stock has cooled off a bit. We've gotten all the big chunks out. And now it's time to go ahead and put it through the strainer and get the rest of it all taken care of. Alright, hold on. Alright. So we got all that strained, and all the big stuff is still hanging out in there. And then we're going to take a sifter, and we're going to strain it through that. And we're just going to keep doing that until we got it pretty much all cleaned out. It smells super duper good.
Yes, it does.
Alright. Just wanted to share with you the stuff that came out after we did the straining, and whatever this is right here is all jiggly. It must be fat and
it's all kinds
skin
of good
pieces.
Yeah.
Ew. Alright, so our chicken stock is frozen, and we're going to go ahead and take them out of their baggies, and we're going to put them on the trays. We are going to do this test run right here, and then we do have a few more bags we'll put in at another time. We're going to also include in here some leftovers that we have, some spaghetti and taco meat and rice, and some leftover macaroni and cheese. We're going to see how that comes out as well. Hey, everything helps. It's better than throwing it away. Alright, so Alright, so for the chicken stock, basically what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and take them out of these baggies, and we're going to put them on the trays, frozen just like they are. Alright, so I noticed that some of this chicken stock's got some fat on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a butter knife and I'm going to scrape this off. I know that fats don't freeze dry very well. I just don't want to compromise any of this, so I'm going to go ahead and just scrape it off just to be on the safe side. Oh, that'll work.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It comes off real good. Thankfully. It's starting to get a little soft here. It's starting to frost a little bit. This is coming off real easy.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. So, got all that fat off there, and got all that fat in there. So that's a bunch of fat that came off there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with the rest of them as well. Alright, so I got all that fat off my chicken stock. I scraped it off just like you'd seen, and that is all the fat that came off the top of those. So, hopefully this will freeze dry better now. Alright, so we got our leftovers, our veggies, and our chicken stock in there. We went ahead and closed our valve, and we went ahead and continued. Now we are freezing. We're at 42 degrees, and we'll check back when we're done. Alright, so our process is complete. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over here and open up our drain valve. Alright, and then we're going to open up our door and take a look and see if our chicken stock is done drying. Alright, so we're checking our chicken stock, and it doesn't appear to be done just yet. We got a little bit of moisture still in the middle. So what Jason's doing, he's just going to take them and break them up to make them into smaller pieces. That way we can put them back in the freeze dryer for them to continue drying. But on the side note, here is the leftovers that we had. This is the taco meat and rice. It definitely dried that all the way. Here's some leftover spaghetti. That is pretty dry, and so is the macaroni and cheese. And of course our vegetables came out the way they should have. They're dry, so we're gonna go ahead and bag that up and then put the chicken stock back into the freeze dryer for a bit longer.
Almost done.
It's almost there.
Still got some time though.
Maybe a few more hours.
Maybe.
This chicken stock is actually done. It reeks real crunchy. That's how you know it's done. If you try to break it and it's real gooey feeling, then it needs some more dry time. So we got another 2 hours going in the freeze dryer for the remaining amount of chicken stock we got. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this and we're going to process it in the food processor. Alright, so there is the powder right there. It's pretty powdery in there, so we're going to hurry up and get that bagged up so that way the moisture don't get to it. Alright, so we got the chicken stock all bagged up. It's got an oxygen absorber in there, and we're going to go ahead and use our nifty bag sealer that came with our Harvest Right to get it all sealed up. And there we go. So once the others are done, we're going to go ahead and finish those up just the same way we did this. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe. Until next time.
Stay tuned for another video.